Thank you for tuning in to another video with Mrs. Danielle DeVita. I am Danielle. I am a relationship and femininity coach, and my goal is to help both men and women be in relationships that's best for them. And today I am going to talk about how to build a strong and healthy relationship with your partner. And this is for both men and women. So let's talk about it right after this. Mrs. Danielle DeVita back with another video. I overheard someone say that marriage is overrated. A lot of women say, I like the strong silent type. Well, a lot of men like the feminine silent type. And for sure, it's going down. You don't help her understand emotional intelligence. She's going to hold on to a lot of emotional baggage. If you don't... All right, so the very first way to build a strong and successful and healthy relationship with your partner is to communicate early on. When you are in the dating phase, when you're getting to know that person, make sure that you are doing things that allow you to gain information about them. So all of these fun activities are great, but having a sit down, that's why I encourage dates where you're not necessarily eating, but you're walking and talking and getting to know one another. Get to know what that person value in a relationship, what they value in a partner. That's what you want. You want to be able to know what they're looking for in a partner. How do they see relationships? Are they looking for something committed or casual? Do they believe in family? What are their values, their standards? Get to know this person. There's nothing wrong with coffee dates. There's nothing wrong with strolling in the park. There's nothing wrong with these things. Sometimes when you are doing so much activity, it makes it hard to get to truly know the person because everything will be surface level. It will be chatting here and there. But when you listen to people speak, you get so much insight about them. And this can help you understand their true colors and what their intentions are. At least if not on the first date, after first few dates, maybe the first few weeks, or within the first month, especially if you're spending lots of time with this person in person and over the phone. All right. The second way, and again, this is not all inclusive, but the second way is to address issues head on, early on. And what are these issues? These could be things that are against your values, things that are going against your standards, fundamental standards, not preferences, but these are against the standards that you have in family, what you value in relationships. So it's going against these. These are deal breakers. A lot of people have deal breakers about a person's height or their money or the kind of job or car they have. But I mean fundamental issues, things that would, be against family. If depending on how you feel about family, how you view your faith, religion, you want to make sure that there are no deal breakers. Standards could also mean things regarding your health, how you view health and the environment, how you view money. You want to make sure that if there's some issues that happen right away, you address them immediately. This prevents you from being fed up and tolerating someone. You want to be patient with people, give them time. Sometimes men did not grow up not opening doors. Sometimes women did not grow up knowing certain things or doing certain things. So giving people time, how people speak to each other may, depending on the level of how they're speaking to you, they may not have grown up in a family where they did not, tell people to shut up or, be quiet or walk away. So sometimes addressing them instead of just immediately cutting people off, saying, hey, this is not how we speak. This is not how we talk. This is not how we address issues. We don't go radio silent. We don't give people silent treatments, being petty, because women do that. Men do that too. There's a lot of things that people just are not accustomed to depending on their relationships. They don't know how to deal with certain issues. So addressing them immediately, giving a warning maybe the second time. Some things may not allow warnings. Sometimes people should just know hitting is not okay. But I do want to let you know that whatever you decide is enough for you, what you decide is a deal breaker, you should address that. because one person's standards and deal breakers may be different from another. And it doesn't mean that you have to accept it because someone else accepted it. You want a healthy relationship, so you don't want to accept toxic behavior just because people you know, maybe even your own parents or grandparents or aunts and uncles, just because they've accepted it and it's normal to them, it doesn't make it healthy. So once you again had these conversations about your wants and what you value in a partner relationship, and then you start addressing issues as they come immediately instead of waiting until the last minute and saying another thing, I don't like this. So once you address these things head on, what your deal breakers are, then you want to make sure that 3, you are respectful in your words and your actions. So how you're speaking to people, whether it's yelling, your behavior in expressing your emotions, how you are communicating, even with just your actions. I talked about, going radio silent, giving people the silent treatment, not talking to them because you're trying to show that you are upset with him or her. Just saying things under your breath. You're not a child. You are an adult. So act like it. Act like a grown-up who has mature conversations. You're not fighting below the belt. You're not saying things you shouldn't say that you wish you could take back, but it's too late now. Not making personal attacks at them or their family members. Not attacking their manhood or their womanhood. You are making sure that you are respectful and having discussions that are serious. Not arguments, but discussions. And when it gets too heated and too elevated, you bring yourself down. Sometimes it's best to have conversations sitting down because sometimes standing up can elevate the situation. You also want to make sure, number 4, that you establish trust in a relationship. So I said establishing respect on both parts. You want to establish trust. Give people their privacy. Trust that they're making the right decision, they're going to do the right thing. Now, when they compromise that trust, then you go back to what I said in number 2, addressing issues head on, not letting them build up and then blurting it out later on. Address things immediately. Sometimes people really don't know. Don't think people should know how you feel, know what's going on. They can't read your mind. Say it. Be clear in what you have to say, because that's the only way people are going to truly know. When you express your thoughts, express your emotions, again, in a healthy and respectful way. When people are dismissing you, address that. When people are trying to deflect, address, hey, I don't want to deflect. I want to have a conversation about this particular thing, and then we can talk about something else afterwards. That's going to help build your relationship. This person feels that they have a safe space to speak where they're going to be respected. They also feel that you trust them, that their honesty and their transparency, they feel safe enough to want to be transparent and honest with you because you're not going to lash out at them, which is also part of respect. So again, if you're a woman, love to a man is respect. And of course, men, loving your woman is a form of respect for her. So making sure your words and actions are aligned on both parts, making sure that your words and your actions are consistent. It's not enough to say I respect you and then I don't show it. It's not enough to show that I respect you and I'm not saying it enough. I respect you. I love you. People like to hear these things. I trust you. I hear people often say, I trust this person, but their actions don't show it. So you want to make sure that you're both words and action, because the words are the affirmations. The actions is showing that you're genuine in what you say. Right? And then the last but not least, this is hardest for most people, which makes it hard to have a healthy and strong relationship. Not counting all the wrongdoing, not holding things over people's head. If you said that you forgive him, if you said you forgive her, you do not hold that over their head. Forgive and move on and get better. So if you decided to take them back after they cheated, don't keep bringing it up. Don't keep making snide remarks. Either move on and go be with someone else, or be with them and and make the relationship better from there. If you said that you're going to take this person back or you're going to stick with this person, don't hold it over their head and make them feel like they can't get past this. Because then they're going to feel like, well, if I can't get past this, what's the point? If I'm always going to be viewed as this, then what's the point? If she's going to or he's going to look at me like this, what is the point? So again, these are the things that's going to help build a healthy and strong relationship. Having a communication of what you want in a relationship and a partner. Having conversation whenever deal breakers and standards are at issue. Respecting the person through your words and action. Establishing trust in the relationship and not holding things over someone's head. You don't want resentment. Resentment can really tear down a relationship. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in to Mrs. Danielle DeVita. Please go to my website, mrsdanielledevita.com, to learn more about my content. I do have a book that's out, Command Respect from the Woman You Want. I do have books that will be coming out very soon, Girl, Go Get Your Husband, and Boy, Bye. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Take care.